I've played a couple of the Neptunia games in the past, for example, the Zombies game and Unleashed, I believe the name was, but I've never actually played any of the Senran Kagura games. Now, I'm hoping that the blending of these two franchises with this genre is going to be what opens me up to this bizarre and bouncy series. The hack and slash genre is one of my favourites, so I am always looking out for different variations on that combo system. Neptunia X Senran Kagura Ninja Wars does stand out from the usual button mashing methods. However, there are some issues which stopped me playing it more than I thought I would. Now, I want to make it clear that there are some fun mechanics to play with. The ninja arts, which deal massive damage and have bonus effects, the Furin Kazan drive, which gives you more attack, defense, or increases the likelihood of inflicting status effects, adds a little more personality to your basic attacks. Although I just ended up giving myself more attack power pretty much every time. Even the basic attacks are fun to use, especially when you add the two varieties of ranged attacks to the mix. The sad part is, none of it really flows well together. They all feel like separate components, including the delay between each attack, instead of seamlessly transitioning between each attack or merging them into one big combo. My least favourite part, however, is the auto lock-on. You could be trying to finish a combo on one enemy, but one of your attacks may move you closer to a different enemy and you attack them without having any say in the matter. This is by far my biggest issue with the game. It sucks a lot of the fun out of the gameplay. There is a manual lock-on feature which is very temperamental, but this auto lock-on can't be turned off. You'll also fight the same enemies in nearly every mission. The characters feel similar, the quests are essentially the same thing, and bosses are more bulky than difficult, but they do have their own set patterns. Another system in the game which is fun on paper but is flawed is the gem system. You can find, buy or combine gems to improve your attack, damage to specific enemies, find more loot, money, you know, the usual things. However, it starts off so minor it's beyond a joke. I'm talking it starts at an extra 1% damage at gem level 1, then level 2 is 1.4%. You can have up to 5 of each type and you get a little bonus if you link them. So that 5 times 1% goes from a 5% total to a whopping 6.5% when they are linked. It's almost insulting until you get to around the level 7 gems. The last few things I will touch on is a couple of the bugs and other minor issues I've spotted. Firstly, this game likes to crash randomly or just lock up on the title screen. The dash animation looks like your character is locked to 15 FPS. There are so many PS1 new path unlocked or here is a new enemy cutscene during each level when you could just enlarge the map in the top corner to show it instead of stopping the flow of combat. Also, for whatever reason, the menus are so slow to navigate and you have to go through multiple menus to change equipment, gems or team layout. There is an odd amount of busy work just to do simple things. I really wanted to like this game, but it sits at a comfortable, decent enough game instead of a good game. There is so much dialogue in the game, which is a huge plus if you like the characters, but for the most part, to me they felt too tropey and didn't really stand out. Also, the Peaches and Cream minigame is actually oddly fun. I wish it was less fan servicey, but hey, what did I expect when it comes from these two franchises? I would still say that if you like either franchise or this genre, that you should give it a try, but just be prepared for some little annoyances along the way. Overall, yeah, not too bad, I'll be honest. The combo system, while I do wish it was a bit more fleshed out, closer to like the Dynasty Warriors, the Muso games, and maybe there was a bit more button management. Like, for example, you've got the centering the camera and guard as two separate buttons, but what the Dynasty Warriors games does so well is that it actually uses them together. and I tried to change it, but it just wasn't having it, which is a bit frustrating. And also, when you're going in between combos, it can be very finicky. Like, you feel like you get stuck a little bit. Like, again, you're just there slashing away, and then if you want to throw like a shuriken, you kind of get a delay before you can do that, which is a little frustrating. It's not game breaking or even that off-putting, but it does annoy you just a little bit. But honestly, it's just mindless fun. I do love the Furin Kazan option as well, where you can choose if you want to take less damage or just go all out attack with no defense. I like that kind of option. I like there's quite a lot of different ninja arts as well, and there's enough characters for you to play as without it being too many or too few. But I enjoyed myself, and I think you will too. Just, switch your brain off a little bit.